Tony. Okay, from right to Jackson good Felix class. Jackson good what's the class? Okay, got Coach Jackson with us. Okay, we have Good, Wilson, and Fikes with us, players. If you've got questions, please raise your hand. Also, Coach Jackson, obviously, and we'll get the microphone to you. Questions?
I guess the first question is, talk about this experience of being able to play in this arena and playing against the University of Kentucky. You start with Felix, you're from Lexington.
Yeah, you know, growing up in Lexington, it's always been a dream on to play up arena. I always wanted to do it in high school, never got the chance to reach state championship. So having this opportunity, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You know, I'm blessed to be here, and I won't take anything back.
Being able to play in front of a crowd in this capacity was a great experience. The level of competition was high. To be able to see what our guys could show on the court was a real good experience. Just being able to have this opportunity was great for us.
I feel that it was a great opportunity for a team, for our team. I feel that it definitely showed a lot of our weaknesses, but definitely showed that we didn't give up. Like, we kept going through even though we was losing by a lot.
Coach, will you use just your thoughts on the game and additional questions?
So as you know, this it's a make or miss game. We missed a lot of shots. The guys are running stuff, running our sets, getting to the spots they wanted to get to, and we shot 26% from three. No, 28% from three, 26% from the field. So when you do that, you're not going to give yourself much of a chance to win. I thought we played defense pretty well. We wanted to keep the ball out of the middle, keep the ball from the post, force a lot of contested jump shots. We did that well, and they finished with 9 offensive rebounds. It's not great, but a team that size with those big guys down there, our guys battled for 40 minutes. And I told them in the locker room that's all you can ask for. Just go hard.
You got a question? Signal for microphone.
Guys, this is the only time we're gonna be up here. All right, so ask us some questions.
Coach, how much did the early foul trouble for your bigs, maybe put you in a hole?
It kind of it threw us off because every day in practice he's the focal point. The first group goes to him every time down the court, so we expect to go to him all season long. So when we lost him, we were a bit disheveled, but we adjusted quickly, and we made some things happen even with him on the bench. I think he sat down like 2 minutes into the game. We had to sit him down.
Coach Jackson, 2 quick questions. Number 1, this seems to be the tallest team that you've had since you've been at Kentucky State. Did you see a tremendous difference in the play tonight versus what you had in the past? Second question is, have any of your players played against any of the players from the UK, like on the club level when they were in high school?
I know with Damari Moore, he transferred to us from Tennessee State. He played here last year, and then they played at Western last year, who we played tomorrow. So this is no surprise to him. Jordan Little came to us from Oregon State. They played Villanova and I think Virginia last year. So playing in front of a crowd of this magnitude was it was nothing to them. I'm not sure of our guys who played against those guys. AAU or high school, I'm sure they meet up in the summertime in their respective cities. But as far as our height goes, Damari Moore I think he had 8 deflections in the first half. He wasn't even shooting passing lanes. He was just putting his hands up in zones, and they were throwing them right into his hands. So we do recruit for height. We like those long, lengthy wings who can really get the passing lanes and make things difficult on offenses.
I guess from the left.
Coach, playing Western tomorrow night, what's your travel plans? You going to Bowling Green tonight or in the morning? What do you think of 2 games and 2 nights?
We're going to Frankfurt tonight. Guys are going to sleep in their own beds. It's a 30-minute drive. So we'll leave out to Western tomorrow early afternoon. So it's a night game. We play at 7, so that's 8 Eastern time. So it's not a tight turnaround. If we're going to win the conference championship, we're going to have to do it. We're doing it again in 2 weeks. We play out at Johnson C. Smith in their season opening tournament on Friday and Saturday. So, but like I said, if we're going to win the conference championship, we might play 3 days in a row.
Next question's in the back.
Coach, what kind of challenges does Western present for you guys tomorrow?
They have arguably the best big man in the conference in Bassey. I know Tavion from Dunbar. He gets better every year. I think they have a grad transfer from IUPY who can shoot the lights out. So they're going to play the intra-squad scrimmage, so I haven't watched that yet. I haven't looked at Western at all. I've been preparing for this team.
Coach?
Okay.
Coach, talk about the difficulty of having 8 transfers and being able to create some cohesion within the team.
That's Kyle does it every year. Coach Kyle does it every year. He's a master at it. But these guys are veterans. They're experienced. So I put a lot of the onus on them. Felix and are 2 of our captains. So I put a lot of responsibility on them because they've been around. A lot of them with 6 seniors, it's their last shot. So a lot of things they don't need to be told because they know this is it for them. So they know what needs to be done. Sometimes when I have to bear it down a little bit, I'll do that. But with 6 seniors, they know what needs to be done. Basketball is basketball. You got to play hard, you got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to make shots.
For players, talk about what you hope to gain from this experience and going forward. What did you see today out of your teammates that you could build upon as you get into your regular season?
I was just telling some of the guys on the bench, like, we're not going to see another team like this throughout the regular season. So this was a good test for us, being able to fight against some guys like this. Guys that are 7 foot, big and strong. So building off that, I feel like that's going to make us ready for the season and prepare us ready for the championship.
I've talked to the guys in the locker room as well. Just being able to see the fight in the guys, especially the younger guys, knowing that that they have no fear is something great to build on for the season. Being able to compete in our conference and not playing teams at this level all the time. So being able to just compete and play fearless is something we can build on.
You have questions? Anyone else? Okay, Coach, players, thank y'all very much.
Thank you.